little bit of amaranth in a bowl. Can you tell us a bit more about this? Is it a grain?
So this is like a seed of actually amaranth leaf, which we cook and eat it like normal vegetable, like a leafy vegetable. So I grew up I was born in Rwanda, and the leaves were a staple for us.
Okay.
Like every day with pap and with whatever else we had. But actually growing up, even though we ate the leaves, we never used to eat the seeds. Actually, whenever we saw them grow, we'll like take them out and throw them. Take them out and throw them. Then one day I realized that these things are edible and they pop like popcorn. I'm like, what else
Pop
can
like popcorn.
Yes.
Oh my word, amazing.
Actually, when you put them in on a stove, like
a little baby popcorn.
Yes,
That's so cute.
Exactly. So then you just put them on the salad. But I was like, I'm sure there's other things that you can do with them. You can also grind them and make flour and bake with them. They're gluten-free. And so I was like,
such a versatile ingredient.
Yes, I want to make dessert. So
incredible.
That's how this
so Jane is actually
an
African food educator.
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit more about what that actually means?
So basically, if you know, we are all educated about French cuisine and all these other cuisine, but one of the things I've realized, especially as a chef, is that African ingredients and African staple and food have not been explored enough. People don't know about them, people don't eat them, we pass around and we leave food lying around because we don't even recognize them.
Don't even know about
food.
it, yes.
For example, growing up, we used to throw this away. But so my mission in life is to allow people to discover these amazing foods. For example, I grew up in Nelspruit, and one of the things that when we got there, there was a lot of bushes of amaranth, and I remember nobody ate them, but because I was coming from Rwanda where that was a staple, well, like my siblings and I were like, no, we are not going to pass this bush. So we went into the bush, we just started picking the amaranth, like foraging.
Like harvesting,
and then we took home. But when we were doing that, everyone looked at us and was like, what
is she doing?
They thought we were crazy or we're just hungry. One of the two. So, but then it hit me that people have food in their backyard and they go to bed hungry because they don't recognize them.
They don't
as
even
food.
know that those are edibles right behind them. Sure.
Exactly. So for me, that is the primary reason why I do what I do. But secondly, is to really just uplift African indigenous food to a place where the world will also start recognizing that we have amazing things on this continent.
We do. That's incredible. And now you're going to show us what we can actually do with these incredible things, amaranth.
Yes.
So I see you've got it soaking, and that is just a bit of water?
Yes. Yeah. And I also added a little bit of cashew, not a lot, but to really just give it that creaminess into it. And then we are going to... I forgot how this works, but I'll remember. Yes.
There you go.
That's how it works. So we are going to blend. I've never used this, but it's really good. It's a good blender. I don't want to do all the, because we're also going to make like a, I don't want to pulse everything completely because we're also going to make like a cracker to go with the...
Right. So you want to keep almost a little bit of texture in there. Okay.
A little bit of texture in there.
And had the cashews, had this been soaking for a while? Do you recommend that people soak for a while first before blending?
I actually prefer any grain that you are using to soak them for a while, because to also remove some of those unwanted things in there. But it helps with blending, and it just gives it that creaminess that you want, especially for the panna cotta.
Incredible.
How do I open this?
Oh boy, let me try. It's like my workout for the day.
There you go. So, I advise that you use a nut bag if you have one.
Okay.
But we are going to use
a sieve, right? It's a very fine sieve.
Yes, very fine. Can I use that? So and then we
You
just
can see
want
the clear liquid coming through at the bottom.
yeah, there's the liquid. Then the leftover, that's really all we are going to use with, of course, some enhancement with.
What have we got here in front of us?
So this is the ingredients that we are going to add. We want to keep this gluten-free completely. So we've got the vegan butter, we've got some sugar, salt, vanilla, and a little bit of cornstarch.
Okay.
Which we're just going to use for...
To thicken.
To also, we are using the same ingredients both for the cracker and for the...
Interesting.
For the panna cotta. It's so funny because the texture will be so different for both of them.
You'll show how it changes.
Yeah.
So you can really see the kind of thickness that's being left behind. It's almost like it looks like a porridge in a way.
Yes, yeah. So, but we want it to be a little bit dried out. That's why I advise to use
a nut bag.
A nut bag so that it can really squeeze out everything. Because that's what we need for our panna cotta. And also one of the things that I like doing when I'm cooking is to use the same ingredients to achieve different results. I was telling a friend of mine the other day that growing up at home we used to eat cassava leaves with cassava pulp, you know, or we'll eat pumpkin leaves with pumpkins. So we tried as much, or my parents tried as much to really maximize what a plant can
use
do.
The whole plant.
Use the whole plant. So it's a similar concept that I use when I'm developing recipes.
Okay.
It's like, what else can I do with this? Because, for example, somebody else will have finished doing that, cook it and throw this away. But it can be used for something else.
And we're going to make the cracker with that, is that right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
We'll make the cracker with this. I need something to use for that. So we are
Do you need another bowl that we can put that into?
That will be
Let's just put it in here. Big or small?
Big.
There we go.
Because I want to use it too. So this is how it looks like. But with the nutmeg, you can really
squeeze all the moisture out, right?
As possible, because we want to use as little cornstarch as possible. We really want this to be the star ingredients in our final product. Let's finish it off.
And you said earlier, are you from Rwanda actually originally?
Yes, I was born in Rwanda, left Rwanda when I was quite young. We relocated to Kenya, where really I continued learning how to cook in my young age. So, a funny story, when we go to Kenya, I couldn't speak English and I couldn't speak Swahili, so the only place I could really fit in was in the kitchen, learning how to cook. Because
food is really a language after all, right?
Yeah, I couldn't talk to anyone. Like, I had no friends because I couldn't communicate. So I used to spend a lot of time with my cousin in the kitchen, and he will teach me how to cook. And I learned how to make amazing things. So one of the things I used to do was to cut what we call sukuma wiki. It's like collard greens, but it's like a staple in Kenya. And my job was to cut as small pieces of that as possible. So that was me every day. So it's called sukuma wiki because you can eat it the whole week. So it literally means pushing the week.
Okay.
So it helps you push through the week. So you eat it every Monday, Tuesday.
And how do you prepare it? What do you use to cook it? So what flavors you add to it?
It's a simple dish. You make it as simple as possible because rich people, poor people, that's everyone's meal. So depending, of course, at the level you are economically. Some you can just really add onion, garlic, and tomato and salt, and it's still delicious. But
I mean, you already just had me at garlic and onion. I was like, I'm ready. That's going to be great.
But most of the time, where can I put this?
Let's get another bowl for that.
But most of the time,
just using all the Mervyn Cares bowls here.
People will add like small pieces of meat and stuff like that. But I don't eat meat, so I will just even now just make it as simple as possible. So we are going to cook this. Yeah. So usually, but while you're cooking this, you have to put this in the oven, and all we add in is a little bit of salt, a little bit of sugar. Do we have the recipe somewhere? I sent it.
And this is a bit of vegan butter, is that right?
Some vegan butter, some vanilla.
It is a dessert after all.
Yes.
So a little bit of vanilla.
Yeah. And some cornstarch to really just help bind it. And then to crack, and it has got a nice
texture.
A nice cracky but soft texture.
I see.
So
it's incredible. It's like a little dough, really,
yes,
that you've made
it's already like a little dough. So what I do with this, I don't form it into anything. We've already made some. So what you do, you just put a parchment paper on a baking tray, and then you just put it on
spread it
out.
Okay.
And then what happens is you bake it, halfway you take it out, then you use a cookie cutter, then you actually just
make your circles
out like that.
How long would you normally bake it for?
You dehydrating it, so it takes like 40 minutes, but in 150.
150, not too hot, right?
Yes, not too hot, because it's already like thin.
Yes.
So that's
should I get them out to show people?
Yes.
Okay.
We cheated.
Oh no, it's so hot.
So this is like some which we made.
Incredible.
Yeah. So
beautiful, crispy.
I want to show you how it cracks.
Oh right. It's like a biscuit.
So it's like a biscuit. Yeah. So then,
can I try some of that?
Yeah, please do. Go ahead.
It's really nice, but it's not. You get the texture from the amaranth.
The seeds. So that's why I don't completely
but I like that.
Yeah.
It's almost like nutty-ish as well.
And then good. You can feel like a little things popping in your mouth, and it's like cute, all delicious. One of the two. So
how many do we need for our dessert?
We will see. So
does anyone want to try some of the cracked pieces? Welcome, come. We just have to save some for the actual pudding, right?
Yes. Just leave me one.
All right. Here we go. Just crack that a bit. Do you want to try? Let me just break one into a few more pieces. There we go. Promise I've just washed my hands. Beautiful, thank you. They're really divine. Okay, we left some for you.
Yes, please. Okay, so how do we turn this on? Which one is it?
I think that's the one.
This is the one? It's supposed to go on, right?
Looks good. Let's see.
Am I supposed to turn on somewhere?
Let's try another one quickly. This one. Oh, there we go.
There you go.
Beautiful.
Okay. So and then
it looks so creamy.
Yeah, it does. It does. Actually, so I've tried both ways where I really completely remove make it fine, and it is really creamy. But I like that texture because when you eat it, then it stays, it pops up in your mouth. Then we are just going to cook this up. And we will once again add, we have got some apple cider vinegar, some lemon for the freshness.
Oh, lemon, winning ingredient today.
Some vanilla.
And there's a salt?
Yeah, we're supposed to have a little bit of sweetener as well. Just add a little bit of salt. It's fine, we have some.
We've got some ready-made. We always prep in the background.
So and then a little bit of cornstarch, of course. Not a lot, because actually, surprisingly, this holds shape. It holds shape. However, I realized that the cornstarch gives it that silkiness to the dish, which I really like. More like a cheese of sort. So that's why I add it in. So this is where I like to use my whisk, because normally I put water in here to make sure that it does not.
Oh, it doesn't cause lumps, right? So normally you'd actually blend it with a little bit of water and then pop it in.
Yes, then just pour it inside.
Move this out the way.
Then I will go back to this once it starts thickening up. This is just, I use the whisk to avoid the clumps into the...
And how long would this process normally take until it gets nice and thick?
Not long. Well, depending on how much you have in the store, but it takes up to 10 minutes. But once it starts thickening up and it separates, then it's ready to be put into the molds.
So when did you actually come to South Africa?
I have been here for a while. I'm afraid if I tell you, people will know my age.
Oh no, you look so young and beautiful, what do you mean?
My family moved here in 1999. So it's been years. And I was already a teenager. I'm old.
I think I'd just become a teenager as well. Don't make me calculate either. Oh wow, that's really thickening now, beautifully.
Thickening up.
It's almost like a custardy.
Yes.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
Can you see?
Beautiful. So it's just starting to boil in the corner, and you can see how suddenly it's really thickening up.
Yeah.
You can smell the vanilla too. Lovely. Beautiful. And what bowl do you want to put it in?
I need a mold more like that one. Because we have to keep it in the fridge for...
Let's see if we have another one sitting around. We must do.
We can even use that one. A mold is a mold.
That one.
Okay, great.
Small bowl.
See how
all our
thick
beautiful
it
Mervyn
is.
Guest bowls.
So once
really
it gets
thick.
into the fridge, it becomes nice. You can just pour it down. What I normally do, I put in the small molds, and then I just put that on the bottom of the plate. Put this once on top, and put a lot of passion fruit, and it's amazing. Okay.
I
think
it's really super thick.
Ready.
And all plant-based, it's actually just incredible to see. It's wonderful how you've really used the ingredients to make both the crust and this beautiful mixture.
It's really about utilizing the ingredients.
Making the most of what you have.
Just showing that different methods really brings different results as
exactly.
well. And that's the point. Okay, so that's how thick it is.
Very thick, beautiful. Okay, do you need me to carefully hold this?
Maybe I will
Put it down?
I don't want you to be banned.
Hot pan.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that looks stunning.
So you can see it's a little bit grainy, but if you use a nut bag, it's even more smooth.
It really looks fantastic. I'm just going to turn that off. There we go.
Okay, there we go. Then the next thing is really to just put it in the fridge and allow it to set, and you have...
How long would that normally take to set in the fridge?
Once again, it depends with the mold. Like, I normally use a small mold. Can we see the ones we made?
Let's have a look. Let's have a look.
So we put them in here. I use the smaller one, but we also have a bigger one.
Beautiful. The ready-made, chilled product.
Okay. Then I wonder if this mold will come out. But otherwise, we'll have to eat
That's
it
the tricky
that
thing,
way.
right? When you're trying to get it out, that's always the most stress-inducing part of the dessert making.
But also because we put it in the freezer.
Is the freezer it's a little hack to get it done quickly?
No, I normally put it in the fridge because this is the type of things you just do when you have time for later. But it will come out.
Okay.
So yeah. So we have that, and then what you can do, you eat it with that. You just put it on top. I normally put it on the bottom so that it's like a nice surprise. And then I can just put this on top.
So you can kind of do even like a berry coulis or something.
Yeah, and then
the passion fruit's obviously got that nice tartness as well.
Exactly. You can just use this and then just put it on top.
Beautiful. I love the smell of that granadilla. It's just incredible.
I know.
And some mint for freshness.
And some mint.
Yeah.
And then our cookie. Yeah.
What's left of the cookies anyway. Yeah. So good.
We can just do it this way.
Oh, it's beautiful. I love it.
You have your...
There you go. Thank you. Thank you so much. Jane, that's lovely.
Thank you so much.
This
is another version.
This is just a small version. Okay.
But they can actually taste.
Do you guys want to come have a closer look? You're welcome to taste some of this as well.
Yeah. I made this, so...
Should we bring out a couple more of the small ones?
Taste some of that with the...
I've got a couple of wooden spoons I'll bring out now as well.
Where's the granadilla? I want to put some granadilla on that. I don't know. Okay, there we go. So they're not perfectly
I definitely want to try some.
But you can try
it. With a little bit of biscuit?
Yes, with the cookie. Yeah, actually, yes.
That's fantastic, Jane. Really amazing.
Add that.
Wow, that granadilla is incredible. The texture's really amazing. Yeah. Beautiful. Such a great idea. So easy to make. Exactly.
Janie, don't you want to pass me a little?
You want to have some little biscuity?
So I want to just break a tiny little piece off on the spoon.
There we go.
So guys, next time you have amaranth, you know what to do.
I've got amaranth, I've just dried whole amaranth seeds and I'm removing them.
You know what to do.
Whole amaranth field that I was living off the whole summer. Why don't you please pop another
little bit of biscuit
about
on there?
this,
Can I?
It's a gluten-free for those people who are gluten intolerant.
So I'm allergic to wheat, so this is perfect for someone like me.
For the lactose intolerant, so anybody can actually have some.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, Jane. Incredible.
Thank you. What a brilliant idea.
Such a great idea. And again, doing what you do in terms of food education, it's such a beautiful way to showcase the versatility of the amaranth. Yes. Oh, you need another spoon. Hold on. Let me get another spoon.
Thank you.
Here we go. Well, thank you so much, Jane. I think we're going to say goodnight from us here at the Checkers Plant Kitchen. We will be back tomorrow and on Sunday. We've got a packed weekend with some amazing things going on. So thank you so much for your time and for sharing this beautiful recipe with us.
Thank you for having me. This was fun.